Hi everyone, so welcome to today's video. Thanks so much for joining me here today. We're going to talk about a few products that I've had in my collection, some that are more recent, some that I've had for a couple months that I want to share with you, just quick speed reviews, kind of circle back around. We do try a lot of new things, and right now on my desk, if you could see the mess that I have a ton of product that I purchased during the Black Friday sales. I kind of went way overboard. Merry Christmas to me. And I bought a bunch of stuff, so I want to use my new things, but I also want to kind of come back and circle back to some of these products that I've used before, that I've purchased, that I've used in tutorials, off time, off camera, on my personal time, if I can get the words out right today, and just kind of just give you my thoughts on some of these products, some things I've had for a couple of months that I just recently rediscovered because I was cleaning out my drawers and I could not believe that I let this slip through the cracks. So we'll get to it. But the look that I'm wearing today will be posted, and I am sort of working with a new ring light. I got new lighting in the mail, so finally everything is kind of coming together. Some pieces for this equipment that I'm sort of upgrading slowly are coming in, so we're readjusting yet again with the new camera, so bear with me. I hopefully, fingers crossed, it's fine, turning out okay, and definitely doable to watch and not kind of weird in lighting. Anyways, let's get into the products. I'm going to start with the one that I'm wearing today on my eyes, and it is the Sephora 16 eyeshadow palette, 16 pan eyeshadow palette that came out for their holiday collection for this year. I bought this back in September when I first noticed it on the website because last year I missed out on the palette. I think it was called Wishing You eyeshadow palette. It looked really pretty. I saw some swatches online, and I didn't jump on it quick enough. So I thought this time I'm going to just go for it. This palette is probably right around that $20 price point. Don't quote me exact on prices for these products, but I will have them linked below for you and listed for you. It's 16 pans for around that $20 price point, and I feel like you do get quite a bit of variety. And the quality isn't going to be like Natasha Denona, Danessa Myricks, Pat McGrath. It's not going to be that great and up there, but for 20 bucks, you're definitely getting, I think, a quality, to me, that's a step up from the drugstore. So it kind of falls in line with that really more affordable price range, which is like mid-tier price range. So here's a look at that palette for you, so you can see up close with the ring light. It's probably going to make it a little bit bright, but as I pull it back a little further towards my face, you will really see more true to tone. As I see in the viewfinder, the colors, you have some warm browns, some peachy tones, some pink, which I did a tutorial on using the pinks and the mauves, some with the deeper browns. You have a nice rich black, an espresso brown that's almost black. This is that icy blue, kind of like a seafoam color with a bit of a silvery kind of sparkle. This one is a kind of pinky, kind of champagne-y pink. It's what I have on my lids with a bit of a silver kind of sparkle to it. They do have some sparkle, not all of them. This one is a more metallic yellow gold. Then you have this really rich copper shade. I have that on my outer corner. And then this one here that's kind of, when you look at it, looks blue, but it actually shifts and turns to a more kind of plummy undertone. Really unique and different. So let me show you that black shade, which is really, it's really intense. The espresso brown that's almost black. Do you see how rich that is? Then you have these more warmer tone browns that are kind of like peanut buttery type of shades. Do you see that? They're soft, they're pigmented, and they're really great for someone who wants to explore the Sephora collection. I'm new to the Sephora collection eyeshadows. I don't think I've ever tried them, and if I did, it must have been a long, long time ago, and their quality is definitely improved. I can tell you that from experience. So this is something that's great to try, the Sephora collection eyeshadow formula. It would be good for someone who is new to makeup or trying to start a collection of product without being something super expensive. If you have someone on your list for this holiday gift giving season that is new to makeup or someone that's starting off, this is a great little gift, a great little bonus add-on to whatever else you purchase for someone. You have a mirror that is the size of the entire palette on the inside. I will show you mine, but it's full of fingerprints and eyeshadow dust, so we're just gonna close that and move on. The packaging is nice. Mine is the dirty fingerprints. That holographic look is different, so there is some bonus to having this, and I'm actually glad that I purchased it to try it and to see, and I was actually blown away and surprised by the quality, and it does last pretty well on my lids throughout the day. Next is a product that is more new to my collection. I bought this during the Sephora savings event back in October. It's the Glow Seeker Highlighter in Sun Idol from ABH. This is actually really beautiful. The packaging, the white with the gold. It feels like a paperweight. It feels very luxurious, to be honest with you. It looks beautiful in the pan. This is something that I was kind of on the fence about when I was looking at purchasing during the sale, because some pictures online, this seemed quite gold, and then some, it looked more champagne, more kind of up my alley, right? But to be honest with you, this is what I'm wearing today. It is really pretty. It is very blinding. It is very intense. I think this is just a little more gold than I personally prefer. Not that I won't use it, but it just didn't wow me as much as I was hoping to. I mean, everything about it looks beautiful just looking at it. This will be really great, I think, for me to use more in the summertime when I have more of a bronze kind of glow. I think that's when this sort of golden tone would work best. But if I go too heavy-handed with it, you will see the gold tone sitting on my skin, and I would prefer something that just kind of melted into the skin and was more seamless looking. But again, this has got to be one of those, for me, a time and a place. So today I decided to put it on because I wanted to talk about it, but I just feel like this for me is a little too gold, right? I just wish the gold was kind of toned down. Formula wise is A+. I'm not complaining about the formula. So for me, it would be something that I would have to kind of maybe pair it better with a, I don't know, maybe a smoky eye or something a little bit more warm to kind of pull in the warmth of the gold. But it's just, again, I'm not saying it's a terrible product, but it just has to be something that you're interested in. If you like highlighters with a golden tone, then you may like that. So you have to kind of like those kind of golden highlighters to really appreciate and get your money's worth out of that, because it is a little bit more pricey for a highlighter, but it is a good formula. I will say that. All right, so let's switch gears into another product that I absolutely adore, 100%. There's nothing I would change about it. It's the Naturium Phyto Lip Balms. I have a few of these, and during their Black Friday sale, I did buy a couple more because I can't help myself. This formula is truly just so great. It's luxurious, it's buttery, it's thick with a bit of a kind of tint to the lips, so it's not quite clear, and there's lots of different shades, from pinks to berries to nudes. The latte collection is out. It was sold out during Black Friday, but they have different shades, and I will say this, to me, does feel almost identical to the Summer Friday lip balms, and I love Summer Friday lip balms. I am squeezing the last little drippity drop out of my clear that's in my skincare drawer upstairs because I just love it so much, and it feels identical, and these are $10. $10, and if they have a sale, it's even cheaper. So there's no need for me to purchase Summer Friday right now, because Summer Friday is $22, $25-ish, somewhere around. They're still worth the price point. I think it's a great formula, but when I discovered this, there's no need for me to go back. Is there? Not really. These are just extremely affordable. You squeeze the tube and you just apply it just like Summer Fridays. This one here is the hibiscus shade, which I use almost every single day. It's a sheer hot pink with a kind of bright pink, like a pop of pink, but it's not too intense. It's not too Barbie pink. It's just right. Another product that I just absolutely love, and I'm actually wearing this today, is my Smashbox Always On Foundation. I talked about this in my previous video, which was like my favorites for the month of November. I even used this mixed into my foundation for the day, using my favorites and putting those favorites into action into a tutorial form so you can see them, formulas, and really see how they apply. And I did a video, yes I did, another video on this. It's a magic combo, this with the Cali Ray So Blown Primer, which I did use today with it. And I just love this formula. I like the coverage. I like how it wears. It wears so well with the Cali Ray Primer. I like how easy it is to apply. It goes on very smooth, very evenly, and when I use a brush to apply, I don't see streaks. It kind of melts right into the skin, and as the day progresses and it wears, I actually see that it's a bit more dewy, but it's a pretty dewiness, not a you need to take a moment to blot because it is a little too intense and too shiny. It's just right. There's something really special about this formula. It's got a lot of claims that you can read on, with like a built-in thermostat to kind of go with the temperature of your face, and it's, yeah, it can get out there with the claims, but it's supposed to be like a skin balancing formula, and it actually does wear very well. I wear the shade F30N, by the way. So do you remember in the beginning of the video that I talked about a product slipping through the cracks, and I could not believe that I let this happen? Well, let's just talk about it. It's the Pillow Talk Blur from Charlotte Tilbury. This is a matte lip. I'm wearing it now with the Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk liner that I use to line and fill my entire lip. I went over it with this and I could not believe that I let this slip through the cracks. It is a comfortable matte, creamy, whipped, moussey type of texture. If I had to choose a finish in a lip product, it would always be a glossy or a satin finish because I like that look. I rarely ever go for a full-on matte look because I like the way gloss makes the lips look fuller, just more juicy and plump, and I like that look. It's just a thing that I enjoy, right? Matte lips, to me, I don't really care for it on me personally because my lips are very dry to begin with. My lips are always full of lines, and you can really see that. They're just really liney lips. What can I say, okay? But this just kind of glides right over that, and it just looks really good for being a matte lip product because I'm not a fan of matte lips. For me, personally. I like the way it looks on everybody else. I wish that I could wear more matte, long-wear lip formulas and enjoy that, but the dryness that I feel, how it makes my lips look even drier and more liney, I just don't, I can't get on board with it. But this, I can, and this is the shade here. The applicator is just absolutely perfection. It is a pointed sort of triangular tip where you can actually, it's almost like a diamond. You can go right on the edge and just go right on that lip line. It's kind of hard to talk, so I'll show you. Go on that lip line right there. And almost use that point. Hopefully I don't have black eyeshadow on my finger. And use that point to really kind of map out the line of your lips and fill them in. You don't have to use a lip liner with this if you don't want to, but I just love this color. So, so pretty. Hopefully the camera picks up how beautiful this shade is. And the formula is just really smooth, very comfortable, and very easy to wear. And when it starts to fade and wear off, it's not like it feels weird. It doesn't look too weird on me. It's just a nice formula, and I can't believe I let it slip through the cracks. Like, what is going on here, okay? All right, so we're down to our last two products, and they're both mascara. So I'm going to start with the one that I didn't quite enjoy as much. It's the One Size Fantasize mascara. I bought this in a set that came with this mascara and their liquid liner, which I think is still a great value. If this is your favorite, check out that set because I think it's worth the money. If you want to try it, go for it and try that set or just purchase it. I think the set is the same price as just buying the mascara. So I'll start with the formula. I feel like the formula is started off a little bit more wet and not quite where I wanted it personally for me. I also feel like when I go to apply this after a couple coats, I start to feel like I get more kind of a clumpy look. Then when I go back in to do my lower lashes after doing my upper lashes, that's when I actually see the visible clumps in the formula. So I don't know what it is, and the wand is also a plastic wand where I feel like it kind of pokes me on my waterline as I'm really smudging this into the root of my lash. So I don't quite enjoy that at all. I feel like it's kind of uncomfortable if I'm not careful because it is a plastic wand. It's got some give to it, which is easy to kind of wiggle and get in the inner corner, get all those lashes, and kind of do that little flicking motion to kind of lift the outer lashes. But the formula is just really, really clumpy. And I'm not sure if this is going to focus there. Maybe you can see that. Excuse my hands. They're disgusting and dry. They're cracked. They're not camera ready, okay? I just don't really care for it as much as I thought. So we're moving on to the other mascara, my final product, the Tower 28 Make Waves Mascara. I really enjoyed this mascara. It did start to grow on me after a couple of uses. The first 2 to 3 uses, I was kind of, you know, it's all right. But then the more I started using it and just analyzing the formula as I was applying it and paying attention, I started to realize that this really does give me a nice full fan effect from inner to outer corner. It lengthens every lash. It just makes the lashes look longer. It gives me the length and the volume, and it makes my lashes look like there's more of them than there really is, which is always a bonus, right? And I don't really have issues with clumps. It doesn't get weird or dry. It doesn't flake off. It doesn't smudge and smear. I mean, it checks off all my boxes. It's got a curved wand, which I'm sure you've seen. It's a bit of a dip to the wand, which helps kind of hug the shape of your eye. You can flip it over and use it for the lower lashes. I use this top and bottom lashes and I have no problems with it. The only thing is that I would say I noticed that it did get dry on me pretty quickly. I would say right around that 2-month mark, I started to notice that the formula was drying out even more. And they just came out with a brown version, which I wish I would have ordered during their Black Friday sale because I'm pretty sure they did have a sale. Most brands did anyway. But there's always my next Sephora order. There's always another time where I can place an order and try the brown. But I do think it's a great mascara, and all the hype that you hear about it is real because it does work, and I like it. So. And that is it, you guys. That is my selection of products for this Roundup video. I hope that these are helpful as I do them periodically to kind of just circle back around these products and just kind of talk about them. After using them for some time, you kind of develop your thoughts after having products for weeks, months, and using them and trying to, see how you feel about formulas. I feel like at this point, I really have a solid opinion about these products, and I hope that they're helpful. If you're considering some of these, hopefully I helped you and answer some questions that you may have. And of course, as always, if you have questions about something that I shared in this video, by all means reach out. I love hearing from you guys, and I will do my absolute best to help you and answer your questions or your comments and just kind of steer you in the right direction if you're kind of curious or needing some product recommendations. That's what we're here for, and that's why I like doing these videos, so that I can help you and save you some money or kind of guide you in the right direction of making a purchase that's actually going to be worth your investment. I feel like these types of videos are helpful for those who are interested, or if you had some of these on your list, maybe I've encouraged you to purchase or maybe to reconsider. Who knows? So let me know what you think. Share your favorites in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys. I appreciate you so much for being here, for tuning in. You can subscribe for more videos like this in the future and follow me on Instagram. It's always on the screen here. I'd love to see you there. Pay me a visit and we can be friends and chat. Take care, you guys, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.